Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Millie coming at you with another Division video. Today we are going to be going over my updated Tactician's build for 1.6. In my last video was a healer build, strictly healing, where I had 4 ally heal performance mods and used my whole gear and gameplay was based around the defibrillator to keep my teammates alive. In this video, we're going to be talking about how I can do part of that, but with a sticky bomb. And I'm centering this build around my sticky bomb and the damage I can do with that. Some people in the comment section of the last video was like, "Oh, this is a reused video," and I say, yes, that's the whole point of what I did and why I showed it to you was to show what I had. Now this, as far as I know, is my work. I haven't seen it. As far as I know, not anyone is running 4-piece attack with the sticky and the 4 damage mods. Most people are running the freaking airburst seeker mines and one-shotting people, but that's another story. So this is the same gear as my healer build, but this is for like legendary missions, open world stuff, if I want to farm the bosses, or a confident dark zone team. You know, if my teammates can stay alive and I don't need to be that dedicated healer, I can still give a lot of healing and, pull my own weight on the damage side of things. I've changed from the Liberator to the lightweight M4 since the blueprint dropped, and I changed it to a sniper, and I got a better sidearm. So we're going to just go over those really quickly. My lightweight M4 that I rolled has 17.3 weapon damage, 20% enemy armor damage, and it has talented, competent, and meticulous. I rolled this yesterday, and what I want is talented, competent, and then like destructive in the bottom slot, or responsive for PvP. Like for my other lightweights I have here, this one is brutal, responsive, unforgiving. This is my PvP lightweight when I'm on my high-end build. This is for PvE on my high-end build. Brutal, responsive, destructive. But anyway, so talented is a really good talent to have for this build, because I'm getting 15% more skill power for 20 seconds every time I kill someone, which is good because with competent I get more weapon damage, so I can get those kills, and meticulous is just, a bonus, I guess. It's not really doing much there. And for the mods, if you really want to know, I have critical hit chance, rate of fire on my mag. I have critical hit chance, headshot damage, and critical hit damage in my scope. My muzzle has headshot damage, critical hit chance, stability, and reduced threat, nothing important. And then my grip is critical hit damage, uh, range, and reload speed. So right now it has 13.7k weapon damage, but if I were to use a skill, it goes all the way up to 17.2, which is really good. From a high-end build, I get like 24-ish k damage per bullet, so that's, pretty solid for a healer build. My sniper has 92.6k weapon damage, 172 headshot damage, which is pretty high. I think that's max. I'm not really sure on that part. Harmful, because I really like harmful on my snipers, and I already had competent and talented. I'm not sure if this one was sold by a vendor or if I crafted. It must have been sold by a vendor. But I really like harmful on my snipers, just for in the dark zone, for when rogues are running away. Just make them bleed. Back in the day, they couldn't run and stuff. And this also has talented, and I'll go over how much weapon damage I have with that later. The mods are reload speed, rate of fire, which I really like on the mags, really recommend. Headshot damage, range could change for the scope, critical hit chance. Yeah, that's not really good either. For the muzzle, I have headshot damage, always a plus. Accuracy, critical hit damage, reduced threat, not important. The underbarrel, it is accuracy, reload speed, and range. I only really use it for the reload speed. So right now it has 92.6k weapon damage, and if I were to use a skill, it would go to 107. So that's when it like switches your gun automatically. Like I have my lightweight out. I think it goes up to like 116, 117k-ish, somewhere around there. And this is my first wave X45. Funny story, I just like recently got my first one, and then I got like two back to back. Anyway, this is the one I use healer build. It has expert and competent. All three of my guns have competent on them, and my two primaries have talented. This X45 I run with my sentries build for brutal, and this is the one I use for my high-end build with responsive. Very good pistol. I really like it over the Centurion Liberator. I think I do a lot more damage with with this build instead of the Liberator having like a lot of utility. But anyway, so those are the weapons. And with my sidearm, it's funny because my sidearm does a lot more damage, well, a little bit more damage than my primary. And I have a pretty good trigger finger, so my X45, it shoots, it does a lot more damage burst. And you can just see it goes up to 17.6k, which is higher than M4. So now we're going to go over gear. My chest it's the same chest. It's the vigorous chest, all electronics, 7% skill haste, really high numbers of health, and ammo. Ammo, you need at least one ammo, I'd say. For the mods, it has electronics mod with skill haste, and then I have one with skill power electronics. For my backpack, I am running the same. I think this is a different backpack actually. The same talent and everything, but a different separate backpack. Because this one has a lot more armor on it, which was a problem on my last one. This one has, pretty good numbers on the armor side. All the electronics, low health. I believe the max is like 13 something, and ammo. One of those could change if I can get like a good high armor backpack with high electronics and a decent health roll. I'd switch that to burn or bleed or whatever it is that I want. For the mods, I have the electronics skill haste mod and two 4% sticky bomb damage mods. Very important stuff right there. For my mask, it's the same mask, electronics, skill power is the major, damage to elites. I'd like it to be something else in that slot for damage to elites. It's not, the end of the world, but it's whatever. And for the mod, it is electronics 3% skill haste. For my gloves, I believe this is the same pair of gloves, unfortunately. I'm missing, about 40 points of armor, and it has pistol damage, which kind of works out now, with my sidearm being one of my main guns. It has skill haste and then the critical hit chances. For a healer build, could be better. You know what I mean? Wish that was like AR or sniper or whatever it is. But max electronics are all off by 1, so not a big deal right now. My knees are quite a bit better than the last one I had. I think I'm missing like 40 points of armor, but I'm getting a lot more health out of these. And this one has burn. I really wish that the 12% damage to elites was like bleed or something, important. But the burn resist is easily one of the best resistances to have in shock right now with all the turrets flying around still. For the mods, this is my one firearms mod that you need to unlock the 3K firearms mark for some of your talents. This mod has skill haste on it with sticky bomb damage performance mod. Over to my holster. Holster is pretty good. Really high armor roll. 1200 across the board. Stamina is low, but that's not important. And then 6% skill haste as the major, which is very important. And now we're gonna just go over to my character sheet. I'm gonna see all my firearms, weapon damage, all this stuff. Not the point of this build, you know. We're gonna go over to this part. 48% skill haste. I believe the cap is 50, so I'm only 2 off, which is minuscule. It won't change my cooldowns by nearly half a second, probably. And my survivability, this is, you know, the part that is lacking on the glass cannon electronic side of things. Toughness is really, really low. Averages about like 350-ish, 360-ish for what most people are running. If you're running, you know, the firearm stamina classic build, and not any electronics. My health is really, really low. Not even breaking the 200k mark. Not good at all. Armor's not that important in this patch, to be honest. And if you care about any of this stuff. Blind resist, wish would be more burn or shock. I have 0 shock, not good. Now we're gonna go over to my skills, abilities. I'm running booster shot right now. I'm solo, and it's for me because I have vigorous, so I don't need overdose. Booster shot's really nice because it does 200k HP, so it'll bring me from you know, that 1 tick of health left to full and an overshield more than likely. This is for solo play. Mates are not running vigorous. I'll run booster shot. Because if you're not running vigorous, there's no point in me running defibrillator. I really like defibrillator, even though it's really, really laggy with the revive shooting thing. It's not consistent at all. I wish it was, because defibrillator has come in clutch, you know, so many times, but it's also, you know, not revived the person for whatever BS reason. And without any ally heal mods, it's still healing for 320k. You know, that's quite a bit. So I run booster shot for solo, and I run defib if my teammates have vigorous on. Very important. For my talents, I run triage, which doesn't count in the character sheet for obvious reasons, but triage is, you know, really good. Another 15% cooldowns. I'm running critical save just because for the little bit of toughness I can get out of it. Combat medic is really good to heal teammates. I know I can burn a medkit so they don't have to. And when I'm solo, I'll run strike back, which is reaching low health, reduce active skill cooldowns by 20% on top of everything else. You know, I don't really need triage, but there isn't that many like good medical perks on this side of the things. Like shock and awe, like what is this perk doing? Suppress a hostile target to improve movement speed for 25 seconds. How often do you need to run over to them super quick for 25% extra movement speed? Like, in what situation would you need to do that to suppress someone on top of that? Anyway, and here's, you know, the big part of it, the sticky bomb, BFB. It does a little bit over mil damage explosion without any tactician stacks, and it has a 20-second cooldown. Really good. And now I'm going to go over to the fire. I'm going to speed up this part, and I'm going to go over to the firing range and go ahead and get 30 tacticians stacked. we're here in the firing range, and I'm going to go ahead and get 30 Tactician's stat. So I'm just going to go ahead and shoot, get my 30 stacks real quick. See my 13.7 weapon damage without competent. I'm going to get 25 and 30. Okay, so, and this is what my skill power jumps up to with 30 Tactician stacks. Very, very close to the soft cap of diminishing return of 450. It is now 443k skill power. A lot of skill power right there. So, and we look over at my heals now. What was like 192 for a booster shot jumps to 241k self and ally heal. Not counting the toughness that you get from it on top of that. Cool stuff right there. Now for my sticky bomb, I get up to 1.4.5 mil damage. The 16-second cooldown. That's a lot. That's what the build is centered around, is the sticky bomb on top of what the utility healing I can do. Now getting 30 stacks is, pretty difficult. Halfway through I might have to heal myself, heal someone else. So it's very unlikely where I'll just, in legendary missions, where I'll have the free time and the availability to just casually get 30 stacks and sticky bomb a target. When you're the dedicated healer electronics build, you have to keep your teammates alive, and it's a lot of work. So now I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this part, and I'm going to go to where Bullet King is, and I'm going to show you what numbers I can get with Talented. So I'm getting 15% skill power on top of the current 443k. Okay, so both of my weapons have Talented, so I'm gonna just snipe someone real quick. Oh shit, never mind, I lied. We're just gonna kill an NPC, wait for it to proc in the bottom right hand corner, and my skill power jumps. Oh, hasn't jumped yet. It's very laggy. I don't understand why. It goes up to 385, and my damage numbers 1.5 mil. I hope you guys enjoyed the video showing off my skill power tacticians build. I may do a video with one of my friends and show and go through a legendary mission and how much the healing is a part of the whole run, and the numbers that I can do with my damage, and the healing I can do. Might even switch to the defibrillator, and at any time if this isn't working out, I can change these performance mods back to the ally heals and all that stuff. I have 4 of each. And for the Dark Zone, I'll usually run this. In Last Stand, I'll put on the Seeker Mine like everyone else, but I don't have the damage mods. So that is the build in its entirety, characters, skills, everything. I hope you guys enjoy. Connect with me on Twitter if you have any questions, or in the comment section below. And have a good day, everybody. Bye.